We go then. Welcome to today's member showcase. Today I am joined by Leanne Perilly, who is the face behind Leanne Perilly Makeup Artist. I do have some members that have got some real tongue twisters of things to say, but she is an award-winning makeup artist with over 20 years experience specialising in beautiful, radiant, long-lasting makeup for weddings and special occasions. You are looking radiant today, Leanne, as I would
Oh, thank
expect.
you. Thank
She's
you.
worked with loads of clients, not just here in the UK, but also abroad. And she has a huge amount of experience that helps people look their best and most importantly feel their best for those really important moments in life, don't you? And alongside that,
Absolutely.
Leanne also offers personalised makeup lessons, helping people feel more confident using products. And I know personally from first-hand experience what an awesome job she does of that. So we're going to talk today about a few things. But first of all, welcome
Thank you. Thanks for having
to
me.
the member showcase. You're a member of my WiBN Leon C group.
Love it.
Relatively
Yes.
new member the last few months, but
Yeah,
welcome to
really
WiBN.
enjoying it. Yeah, love
Good.
it.
You've been a makeup artist for over 20 years. You don't look old enough. Can you can you tell us a little bit about your journey into the industry and some of the things that
Yeah.
have happened that perhaps have like shaped your journey, shaped your career along the way?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I was doing makeup from quite a young age, really. Like girls get into it so young these days, don't they? I was probably about 12, 13, something like that, and always loved it. And, pop stars were my idols. There weren't the social media celebrities and people like that. So I used to love looking at makeup on pop stars. And I did actually have like a Saturday job in a makeup shop, which I just absolutely loved. We sold the sort of cheap end of makeup right to the very high end stuff, and I loved it all. And yeah, it was a great time. I did that for about 3 or 4 years. It was brilliant, but didn't really sort of consider going into it full time as a career. So I went into recruitment for about 7, 8 years when I left school, having done my A levels, and yeah, I just didn't think I sort of into my job. I had my eldest son. And when he went to school, I decided I wanted to go back to work, and I knew that I didn't want to go back to office work, didn't want to go back to an office at all. So I was really fortunate to go to a couple of academies in London and do my training in makeup. Um, and they were really sort of prestigious, but very, it was hard. It was hard work. There was a lot of pressure. But I absolutely loved it. I was first week I thought, oh my God, what have I done?
As we do with most things in life.
Yeah, sort of retraining. But as soon as I finished, I knew it was the right thing, and yeah, and I've loved it. I've gone into it's hard at first. You have to sort of make contacts with people, do things for not to with no
Much money.
money, just to get your portfolio set
Mhm.
up and get experience. And it is all about I had really great training, but it's about experience. It's about working with people and yeah, getting hands-on basically on people's faces, and you just learn so much. I'm still learning now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm guessing
Oh,
the industry in terms of new products. I mean, I you only need to flick through a glossy magazine and the amount of new products that are then
gosh,
being
yeah.
sold, which I'm imagine is where quite a lot of your money goes in terms of, oh, need to try that. But as you say, no two faces are the same, are they? It's like fingerprints,
Absolutely.
your
Yeah,
real
that's the thing I
shapes.
love.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing I love is that everyone's different. I meet lovely people. Everyone's a different personality. They've got a different relationship with makeup. There's skin issues to deal with, and I love the whole thing. I love the whole thing. I think I did get into weddings fairly early on, and I knew that I did love the weddings, and just to make people feel really good. And it's a really special day. It's such a privilege and an honor to be part of somebody's day when they choose you to do that for them. And yes, I loved, even though I've done photo shoots and things like that, and always happy to sort of work with models and things, but I love working with real people, real clients, and making people feel good. That's sort of shaped my
Yeah.
career.
Real shapes of faces. No,
Yeah,
we might not all have high cheekbones, and there might be
always
a few things
do.
that we're trying to hide.
Absolutely.
So, have you found with doing sort of weddings and special occasions that wedding makeup is very different from what we would do on an everyday basis?
Oh gosh, yeah, 100%, 100%. I think when I'm doing a trial for a bride, I think it's quite um it's not shocking, but they're surprised at how long the process takes. And it's because it needs to, look perfect, but also stay on for such a
All
long
day.
period of time. And
Yeah.
I plan to do it so they don't need to do touch-ups throughout the day. I just want my brides to feel fabulous and enjoy their wedding day with their friends and family. So it's very, very different.
Is it a lot of layers, and a bit more complexity that
Yeah,
then
there's
goes into weddings than just
100%.
me just popping a couple of products on and feeling a bit better knowing that I have put a little bit of makeup on. You know me, I don't wear I mean, even I haven't got any on today, but I don't wear a huge amount of makeup when I do put it on. But it's
Yeah.
that longevity, isn't it, for the day? And are you always in the nice part of the start of the day where sort of the hair and the makeup's being done before the day gets too stressful, so you're in that nice part of the day for a wedding?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it kind of, the day starts. I love the buzz of wedding morning. Everyone's kind of a little bit anxious but excited for the day, and yeah, it is a really, really lovely atmosphere. It's also important. Part of my job is helping the bride and her bridal party to just sort of guiding them on how the morning is going to be, helping them to relax, feel comfortable, and keeping them calm because obviously nerves do start to creep in as the morning goes
Yeah.
on, which is natural. It's normal because it feels it is a big occasion. So yeah, a lot of my job is helping people to feel more relaxed as well, and making sure everything's going smoothly, which I love.
And it's not always easy. So a bit of a jack of all trades, trying to apply your art while also knowing that all of the bridal party are, having a good time, nobody's stressing out about too much. Yeah, I would imagine you need to be a certain type of character to be able to juggle all of that that's going on at any point in time. So well done you.
Oh,
Just
thank
change
you.
just changing tack very slightly. So a lot of people feel really, so that I feel like there's people that love makeup, and then there's people that either it's too confusing, it's too overwhelming, there's too much choice. So if we go to that group of people, so when people do feel really overwhelmed with all the different products out there, how do you do your personalized makeup sessions to help people really feel more confident, and often using the stuff they've already got rather than then having a shopping list of products that they need to buy?
Yeah, I like to show people, and they're always surprised, really. They always think, everyone says, "Oh, I haven't got the right makeup, and it's going to be so disappointing for you." And they're always amazed that they've always got some products that they can use. And it is hugely daunting because there's so many products out there, and it's like, where do you start? And I think generally people feel. If it's something, if it's sort of passed down from your mum, if you've seen your mum um, do makeup, then it tends to be something that just comes more naturally. But I think there is a bit of pressure now as well with people because makeup's such a big thing. It's such a big industry. I think people feel the pressure to wear a bit more makeup. But I like to tailor it to my clients. So I only spend 5, 10 minutes max doing my daily makeup, and I tailor it to that person. So if they've got 2 minutes, we do a 2 minute routine. If they've got 10 minutes, we do a 10 minute routine. So it's really kind of tailored to suit them so it can fit in. And I work with them step by step. So I'm kind of guiding them step by step. I like people to watch and then have a go at the practice, at the technique. And sometimes it is not changing everything completely. It could be just tweaking the formula a little bit, tweaking the application a little bit. I think people think, oh my God, they're doing everything wrong, and they tend to avoid doing anything because they're worried about it's not looking good enough. But actually, they're surprised that it's just a few little tweaks that they need to make. And actually, a lot of people do have a good idea. It's just having the confidence
Yeah,
to,
I think that's it, isn't it?
yeah,
And also having a little bit of time to practice that with somebody.
yeah,
So rather than stick to, our typical routine that we might go through, actually playing
yeah.
with a little bit of different colour. I know when my youngest daughter, she had a makeup lesson. I think it was part of her, might have even been like her 16th birthday party,
Oh,
at a
nice,
makeup studio, and
nice.
she's got red hair, and they put green glitter eyeshadow on her that looked amazing, but she
Oh,
would have never have chosen that because of her colouring. But
yeah,
it was just an opportunity to try something in a safe space. Nobody's going to laugh at you, but actually you go, oh yeah, I can pull that off. Or no, green sparkle is never for me.
yeah, absolutely. And I think people don't want to try makeup products on in the shops. That's a little bit
Yeah,
daunting. And so it's just kind of showing them yeah, exactly like with your daughter, what colours make their eyes pop, look really good on them. And then it makes, when people start to understand what really suits them, it just makes things a lot easier and a lot quicker. They don't have like this, super elongated makeup routine in the morning. It just happens so much quicker.
so much faster. So um I'm going to ask you a question that we did obviously we always do a little bit of prep work before these showcases. I'm going to ask you a question. What are the five things that you couldn't live without in your makeup bag? Doesn't that you don't have to give us the brands, but what products would it be that you would be like, if I could only have five products, this is what I would have.
Okay, okay. I think yes, I've definitely mascara is one.
Yeah.
I think when you're quite fair as well, and blue-eyed, I think people feel I look really not awake until I've got my mascara on. Your eyes look very tiny. So definitely mascara, concealer, under eye concealer, is those are my definite go-tos if I haven't got time for anything else, or because I don't wear makeup every day. I like to have makeup-free days, but just a little bit of concealer and mascara. So my under eye concealer, the little ones with the wands that you can
Yeah.
use under eyes, or you can use it just on blemishes to just cover up a little bit. I would say definitely some kind of lip color. It doesn't have to be a lipstick, but like a lip balm. I don't like the feeling of dry lips, and actually I don't like the color of my natural lips, so I do like a lip balm with a bit of color to it.
You put colour in it, yeah.
That's my comfort zone. Definitely now a good moisturizer. I know it's not typically, but I'm just thinking if really there was five things. Moisturizer, definitely moisturizer. And probably brow products actually, which a lot of people do now. I think that never would have been a thing years ago, but now I don't like, even if it's just a little mascara, brow mascara, just to groom my brows a bit.
To groom
And
your brow, yeah. It's interesting, isn't it? Because I don't know. I don't know whether I don't know enough about the industry, but I think sometimes if I would have asked that question, I would have, a palette of eye colours, two different lip colours. But actually, it's more about the foundational makeup
yeah,
because you're not necessarily being made up to, go to something or do to something, but that every day, just knowing you've got those few things in your kit bag that then gives you the confidence to go, do you know what, even with this small amount of a little bit of lip color, making sure I've got my mascara on, I feel so much better.
yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
thought I'd throw a curveball into you then. I've got makeup questions.
Hmm.
How is best to either get some help from you to answer those? Um, I know obviously you do the face-to-face makeup lessons, but if someone's sort of struggling with a product or they're not sure what product to use, is there a way to get in contact with you to be able to ask those questions?
Yeah, absolutely. People are very welcome to contact me via WhatsApp, or social media channels, Instagram and Facebook. I've got a lot of my clients get in touch with me, and even after having a lesson, I like to be able to offer that follow-up so that if people are still struggling a little bit, either whether it's a link to a product or they might have forgotten kind of the application technique because there's a lot for some people more than others, but there's a lot to take in. Then you're very welcome to contact me, and I will find out I'll give you the answer or find out the link or the answer for you. And I love
Brilliant.
researching.
I know when you gave me some different makeup brushes to buy. I remember opening the box when I got home, and I think it was a set of 5 or 6, and I'm like, hmm. Now, which brush was it again? Which brush was it again? I almost need to
Yeah,
put like little labels on them to go, this is when you do this bit. I can almost like number them. That would be much simpler for me. But just knowing that there's that little bit of support if you need it to be able to ask those questions. Because as you say, in the moment you're taking it all in and you're practicing and you're
yeah,
trying, but then you kind of get home. I think it's a bit like when you go to the hairdressers and you have your hair styled and you come out, and you think, yeah, I can do that,
yes,
and
yeah,
then you
yeah.
come to wash your hair and you come to style it and you're like, how did that work again?
Yeah, I know. It's surprising how we forget. And I do like people to go home and practice a little bit. Because the more practice, the more confidence you have, and then obviously you get a better result, and it compounds. So you get a better result, the more
Yeah.
confidence you get, and so on.
It's a bit like anything in life, isn't it? When you start to see those, sort of baby steps forward in anything you do. Like I'm a big goer of the gym now in the mornings, and when I first started it, it was hard work, and I was like, oh, do I really want to go? But it just become habit. It's the same kind of thing. You get into doing a simple makeup routine, just becomes part of your everyday that you do, and can, as you say, make you feel so confident. Before we finish, for anyone that is watching this showcase and they might be getting married or going to a special event, mother of the bride maybe, or just wants to feel more confident with their makeup, how can they work with you?
So the best thing is to get in touch either by email, by my website, WhatsApp. You can message me anytime, all the social media channels, and tell me what it is that you're trying to achieve. What's the occasion. We can also book in a Zoom call, especially if it's for a wedding, and just to see if can have a chat and see what you're trying to achieve, and see if I can help you out and make that a reality.
Yeah. And so you're based in Essex. Do you travel across? I mean, you said when I did your intro, I said you just cover the UK, but are you regularly traveling outside of Essex, or is it really just dependent on needs and clients that come along?
It's both really. I mean, I do travel up to Suffolk, I travel into London, um, but yeah, wherever I've got clients or brides outside of the southeast this year, so up near Newcastle,
Wow.
down in Devon, and some next year as well. And yes, I've worked abroad, so it's nice to it's nice to go, and people they've chosen. I've done their makeup before. Maybe they've been bridesmaids with
Yeah.
previous bridal parties. They like what I do. They know what they're getting, and so they've got the confidence, and they want me to to travel for them, and I love to, and it's such a privilege.
Yeah, as you say, when you've been on a journey with, I think it's very similar in the photography space. So if someone has, perhaps done your baby bump photos or your newborn shoot, they're more likely to work with you through all the stages of, kids growing up and family photos at different times of the year. You
Yeah,
become part of their story, don't you?
yeah,
Because they
yeah.
get to know, like, and trust you, and therefore want to continue that journey with you, which I think is absolutely awesome. Where is the most glamorous place you've ever been for a wedding?
I have worked in some really nice hotels in London. The Landmark Hotel, I was kind of like,
Nice.
right, yes.
I used to work opposite there years ago.
Oh
Yeah.
wow. Yeah, I sort of walked in and thought, wow. Yeah, so some very nice hotels in London. I worked in Cannes. I did a wedding in Cannes, which was very glamorous. Yeah, I didn't realize kind of how glamorous it was gonna be. Yeah, so that was incredible, just amazing experience. So yeah, I'm very lucky.
So you're open to all the exotic, glamorous places by the sounds of it.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice. I mean, it doesn't have to, it's not always like that. And, it could be a smaller venue, it could be working from somebody's home. And that's
Yeah.
nice as well because brides feel comfortable in their own home. So, it doesn't have to be all glamorous.
No, but it's a bit of fun when it is, isn't it? When you turn
Yeah,
up somewhere and you're like, oh my God, this, yeah. Sometimes it's nice to do those kind of jobs because it's just a bit different from sometimes the norm of what we do in life. And
absolutely.
yeah,
Yeah.
bit
Yeah.
interesting. I
Yeah.
will pop in the description, I will put all the contact details for you, Leanne. So if anyone wants to connect with you, they can. But thank you for joining me today. It's been
Thank
awesome to
you.
catch up with you. As I said, I have you personally used Leanne services. So when I know I'm going out now, I've got my little routine of the
Excellent.
products that I use and how I use them. And that just makes me feel amazing when I know I'm going somewhere and I want to feel like I've dressed up my face, not just put a frock on, which doesn't happen very often with me. But thank you for joining us. It's awesome to catch up with you.
Thank you for
And
having
I
me.
will see you at the next Leon C meeting.
Look forward to it. Thanks, Vicky. Thanks for your time.